Or he's going to be playing a TVZ, it looks like. Oh man, bring out the big guns. PT Flash. And let's actually have a gander at what map he's going to be playing on. It's going to be Ground Zero. Alright. This is like Flash's map of choice, I guess. Or at least it was last season. This is like a really Terran map. So in the playoffs, KT like kept picking that map for Ace match rather. Anyway, looks like Great is going to be coming out for Air Force Ace. Right. Now Great's CVT is actually not bad. I didn't see what his stats were just now for this season, but yeah, in general, his EVT is not bad. His EVP is kind of weak. Or was it actually, wait, was it the other way around? No, I think that's correct. His EVT is fine, his EVP is weak. And, oops, let's change to Reserve. But, you know, even if you have good EVT, you're playing against Flash, you're kind of boned. Actually, did I need to up the quality? No, it's 4 EVP, okay. Alright, going into game number 1 on Ground Zero. And in the top right corner as a fattened out Terran, because for some reason Esports TV or OGN doesn't know how to broadcast half the matches, or at least the Broodor games, in 4:3 and the StarCraft 2 games in 16:9. So they've just decided to put everything in 16:9, which is fine, I guess. Being kind of squashed. Anyway, so it's going to be cross spawns here on Ground Zero. Great is the White Zerg, and actually, if I remember correctly, the last time these guys played, they actually played each other on this map in Pro League last season, and they got vertical spawns, and Great did like a proxy hatchery, Ling all in, except that Flash put on like really early marine pressure and just killed him, or something like that. It was a really funny game, how it turned out. Because Flash like ran past the proxy hatch and like did some really early marine pressure, but then he didn't notice that there was a hatchery like right next, like near his base, and I thought he was gonna lose. But then he was like, "Nope, I'm actually Flash." Anyway, looks like Overlord first. No silly 9 pooling. Actually, he didn't make the drones immediately. I wonder if he's overpooling. I can't see because we're looking at this freaking cheerful. Go away! Go away! Okay, no, he did make drones. So he's getting his wall patch, which you would expect. Alright. Meanwhile, Flash is building the barracks at the top of his ramp. Looks like he's setting up for a 1-Rax expand build. So both players is going standard macro style. Great going to send out a drone scout since he is 12 patching, and he's going to see that SCV from Flash with his Overlord in just a second here. So now he sees the SCV. Let's see if he changes drone direction immediately. Indeed he does. If you just look at the minimap, he didn't go all the way into the bottom right. As soon as he saw the SCV coming from the top right, he immediately changed the direction of his drone, because he knows from that scout timing, that SCV timing, that Flash is in the top right. So he doesn't need to waste time sending the drone down all the way into that base, which is quite nice. Meanwhile, SCV's been sent out to the natural. As I said, gonna be making a command center here in just a second. And there it is. And drone guy's gonna see this and start poking him, but everyone should be out. Check the SCV. Yep. So everything all going as planned for both players. So the interesting thing, I guess, about cross-position TVZ, obviously if Great does go for the standard stall 3-hatch muta, he will be taking his third at another main, which means he'll be taking his third at a base closer to Flash's base, but conversely then the distance between their naturals is obviously greater since they are cross-spawns, so any kind of mid-game push from Flash will take a little bit longer to get there, give Great a little bit longer to react, but then he will also have to worry a little bit more about his third base, because Flash could just decide to attack that instead.
사실 이게 평일인데 오늘 평일인데 불구하고 굉장히 많은 분들이 찾아주셨습니다.
Okay.
다시 한번 감사의 말씀드리고요.
See, the fangirl reactions are amusing, you know, the first 100 times you see it, but then then it's just kind of like, okay, yep, you're gonna show them on TV, and then they're gonna hide and be all embarrassed and stuff. It's like, yep. Alright, standard.
정설이거든요. 차명환 선수 그 이후 플레이를 한번 유심 있게 한번 보겠습니다.
That's
a pretty nice transfer timing. Damn. Do you guys see that? Right as that finishes. And this SCV is not going to be able to get into the base unless he's a hacker! Okay, wait, how did that happen? He must have shift-clicked back to the minerals or something. Whoa, that's pretty interesting. I'm fairly certain what just happened there is he right-clicked his SCV out of the main and then shift right-clicked back to the mineral patch or something. And I think he still glitched back in, which is quite cool. That's kind of crazy though. Whoa. I'm fairly certain that's how that works. Or Flash could just be a hacker. One or the other. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's just a hacker. Let's everybody get on Reddit. Flash is a hacker. Ban. Call his sponsors. Call KT. Call KT. And tell them to ban Flash.
예, 발업 저글링을 할 수 있는 게 현재로서는 정말 아무것도 없고요. 네, 이렇게 입구를 틀어막고 시작하자마자 소소한 득점을 하게 되면은 이 차이는 앞으로 더 벌어질 거란 말이죠.
The cute little wall on here by Flash. That's not really. The depots aren't like tight with each other, which is kind of curious. I think he deliberately left a gap there so he can just walk out of his base without actually killing the bunker. Because look at that, he actually blocks that gap between the depots with 2 Marines. So now I'm pretty sure he can like get tanks and stuff out without killing any of his buildings. Rather than some players who will make a completely tight wall off and eventually just like kill the bunker or something. Flash is just like, well, I can just leave a slight gap here and it's actually not a big deal. He still can't do a run by. And of course you can see it's also walling in with the command center. So I quite like that City, in fact. It's quite cute. Meanwhile, Great's actually not gone for 3-hatch Muta. He's gone for 3-hatch Lurker instead, which is also possible. It's not nearly as common as 3-hatch Muta. And oh, look at this! Great trying to go for the Link backstab here, but getting blocked by 2 fire bats on the ramp. Very nice move by Flash there. Fairly common, in fact. Sometimes you'll also see like 1 medic and 1 fire bat on the ramp. That also works. But either way, you have to be very wary of these Link backstabs, especially since Flash, I think he did see a decent number of Lings with speed already, so he's like, okay, I know this is probably gonna happen. Great's gonna try something like this. So manages to kill a bunch of Zerglings for free there. Meanwhile, what was I talking about? Oh yes, 3-hatch Lurker versus 3-hatch Muta. 3-hatch Muta is a lot more common nowadays just because of how good Muta Micro is and also how good Marine Micro is. Basically, Muta Micro has evolved to the point where you can do like a ton of damage with, you know, just a control group of Mutas and then, you know, expand behind it and tech up behind it. Whereas Marine Micro has evolved to the point where if you just have a few Lurkers, especially someone like Flash, can easily just micro them down and not actually take any damage. So you have to be super careful with how you use your Lurkers. Meanwhile, this attack though is coming in at a good timing. The Lurkers are not finished yet, forcing Great to make 3 Sunkens here. That's not enough units to break that, I don't think. There's only 2 medics there. Generally, you need about 1 medic per Sunken colony. And meanwhile, that SCP actually barely missing those Lurkers morphing. Those 2 Lurkers are going to be used to defend that bottom right base, I believe. But Flash stimming all his units and running straight across the map here. Flash didn't see any of this. I don't know what made him decide to stim across here. Did he actually see those with the SCVs? He must have actually seen them with the SCVs, but he's going to get 2 free Lurkers here. Oh my goodness, 1 free Lurker goes down. That Lurker is running for its life. If he runs fast enough, the stim will wear off, and he can actually go to the top of the ramp and burrow. Where's he going to go? Oh man. Actually, it looks like he's just going to run into the base and pull the Marines away so he can go counterattack with those, wait, did that? Okay, no, the SCV doesn't have a kill. It looks like the SCV killed it, but it actually just blocked it, I think. Anyway, so Great's, I think, got a couple of Lurkers now borrowed outside Flash's natural, so it's going to take him a little while to move out. It's a little bit difficult to do the Marine spread micro. Oh, actually, no, those are just Zerglings. What the hell is Great doing? Where are his units? Oh, no, there are Lurkers there. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't even see them on the tile set. Okay, there are Lurkers there. I was like, why is there only 4 Zerglings there? No, there are Lurkers there. Unfortunately, though, Flash is coming in the backside with a lot of units here. Those 2 Lurkers are going to get owned. Oh, my god. Oh, no, run! Run! Look, they're like running, holding hands and stuff. Oh, no. Like a romantic comedy gone bad. The happy couple in the end just gets slaughtered by a crazy guy with a machine gun. Oh man. I think that might actually make romantic comedies more tolerable for guys. You know, sound like oh, do we have stop lurkers? Oh, we have stop lurkers. We have stop lurkers. Does Flash know about it though? The question is, does Flash's internal map hacks know about that? But seriously, could you imagine if like all movies had alternate endings for guys and girls? So you know, like how, you know, dudes always get dragged to the chick flicks by their girlfriends. They should have like an alternate ending. So it's like after the happy ending for the girl, then they add like an extra thing where it's just like actually this random guy just comes in and kills everybody, and that's like the real ending. I think that'd make it more tolerable. I should become a director. Now, unfortunately for Great, those stop lurkers are actually not working because Flash knows that they're there. And by knows that they're there, I mean he hasn't actually seen them, but he's Flash, so he knows that they're there. Clearly, he's just deciding whether or not he wants to go kill them. In the meantime, putting on some more pressure here. And, oh man, I think Great's gonna get this. But this is good micro from Flash. This is how you want to engage this kind of army. You know, the lurkers, they need time to burrow. So you engage the army while the lurkers are unburrowed. So while the lurkers are unburrowed and running towards you, you just like, you know, you stim and you kill a bunch of stuff. And then as soon as the lurkers start burrowing, you just run away. And then only the lings are chasing you. So the lings will do a little bit of damage, but as long as you don't take damage from the lurkers, then that's fine. Meanwhile though, Great has been able to get his Defiler mount up. Unfortunately, his third base is still not up though. So he's still on 2 base against a 2 base Terran, which is horrible for him. And see, this is what I'm talking about, you know, Flash level Marine micros. Just like, you can't really do anything useful with lurkers. You know, Flash just doesn't really lose Marines. Pretty good. Meanwhile, that dropship's gonna go in there, so those 2 stop lurkers that we saw earlier, I think they're gonna have to go over and defend that base. And even if they do go over, I think Flash will just micro them down. With a scan. Yeah, and look at that, perfect timing. Not even able to cancel the hatchery. I don't think he would have canceled it anyway. I think he would have tried to save it with those lurkers. He's not actually moving them though. I'm looking on the minimap. He's not moving those stop lurkers. So I don't know if he's just forgotten about them or something, but either way, he's going to lose his hatchery now. So Great is still stuck on 2 bases. I mean, Flash is just kind of dominating this game so far. Great's just had absolutely nothing he can do. And you know what, I can't really fault Great for this either, because honestly, his Mutamicro is not particularly good. He's actually kind of like Action in that sense. He does scourge the dropship though, by the way. They didn't show it on screen, but you can see on the minimap. Great's kind of like Action, where he doesn't actually have that good Mutamicro, but you know, he's got like good, decent control and management and stuff in other areas, so going for lurker builds is, you know, I guess something more expected of him than some other players with good medium micro. But anyway, looks like we're going to have a big engagement here. The Defiler does get some swarms down, and that's going to help a lot. Looks like the siege tanks do go down, but the main Bioforce does stay alive here. That is a small victory for the Zerg, and oh, if he gets that vessel, that'll be nice. No, it doesn't get the vessel. But it's kind of funny how he just kind of stuck 2 swarms, or rather swarms, like right next to each other there. Slightly wasteful. And it does let Flash know that the Fathers are out with Consume. He's got a vessel there, it radiates that first Father. But now finally, at third base, once again going up to the bottom right, you can see Great already taking the gas there, because he desperately needs that third gas to be able to produce, you know, high-level tech off of his, well, right now just off of his 2 gases, can't really afford it. In the meantime, oh, it looks like Flash uncharacteristically not paying attention here, losing a couple of units to these lurkers, or I think that's a single lurker, maybe, not really sure. And some more lurkers under swarm here. I mean, lurkers under swarm are basically invincible to all Terran units except like fire bats. But oh my god, Great! Not paying attention there, losing a critical Defiler. Oh man, every Defiler is precious now, especially since he's only got 2 gas. And oh! Flash trying to snipe that other Defiler, but it does get saved under the swarm. But it looks like now Great losing some lurkers here at the front because their Dark Swarm ran out. Great's multitask apparently is not quite up to the task of keeping up with Flash. And oh! He loses the Defiler, but he does get 1 Dark Swarm down. Sick Defiler sniping from Flash, man. This is just This is high-level play, guys. This is called S-Class Terran. He's making great look like some random C+ newbie on IC Cup. Yeah, he's got 1-1 on his bio now. And, well, at least great, I think, is finally mining from his third gas. But there's a drop ship going in now, so those 3 lurkers on the ramp actually aren't going to do anything. Except that there's now a Nidus can always bring the 3 lurkers back. He needs to bring some units out of the Nidus, and there we go. Looks like he will be able to defend the space. He's going to get a Hydralisk there, ironically. But there's no Scourge to take down that dropship. Now he's got to reposition at the top of the ramp just to hold that base. Meanwhile, oh no, Flash actually losing some units to these lurkers outside the natural. Bit of a mistake there from Flash, but I mean, Flash is still at 110 supply against a 63 supply of Great. Got a huge supply lead. Although curiously, no sign of a third base yet. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, there's something at the 3 o'clock. So it looks like he is now taking his third. It's not mining it though, he's probably just building it. So looks like Flash was actually, getting a relatively, well, not actually that slow of a third. I guess actually that's a fine timing because there's been a lot of action in this game. He's been making a lot of dudes, putting on a lot of pressure. And it looks like he's also building a command center in his main base to float out to the 12 o'clock. So gonna take his third and fourth base in quick succession here. Meanwhile, Great looks like he's got some units to the top left. Are those lurkers? Yeah, it looks like they are. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of siege tanks underneath, so those lurkers aren't going to be able to hold, really. Yeah. Flash doing a good job there, just leading with the siege tanks. He actually doesn't even have any bio behind, but it doesn't matter. There's only 2 lurkers there. And some Marinos getting taken down. Those Marines actually survived quite a while. Are those Zerglings at 0-0? It looks like Great's actually not got any upgrades, which is slightly problematic since the bio's already at 1-1. Those Lings should not take that long to kill a couple Marines. Meanwhile, oh man, did you guys see that Marine just freaking out in the back? And ooh, nice swarm there. Oh man, Flash is actually just running a lot of units in here. He's gotta not do that. Oh man, he's running SCVs through the lurker fire. He's running SCVs through the lurker fire, but it looks like SCVs have just a little bit too much HP. Not gonna die. Wow, that was kind of risky there. If those lurkers were in slightly better position and there was like 1 more, he could have lost all those SCVs. I don't know if that was just a good judgment call for Flash, knowing that his SCVs could tank the couple of shots, but that seems kind of risky to me. Meanwhile, it looks like no adrenal glands or upgrades on those Lings. That is a huge mistake from Great. Great has actually forgotten adrenal glands, but a huge plague on the science vessels. Nice plague there. And he's going to get a swarm down. The siege tanks actually managed to target down the file. That was manually targeted, by the way. Those lurkers should have been targeted by the siege tanks, but instead Flash made them kill the defiler. And oh, a nice plague again on the siege tanks. Didn't quite get the back tanks there. If he just aimed it 1 hex higher, he might have got those other 2 tanks, but that would have risked his defiler. And in the meantime, Great actually doing a good job denying this 3 o'clock base. Flash does have that mineral only though at the 12 o'clock. Let's see another plague, or no, actually that was the same plague on those tanks. But Flash is also expanding to the top left though. Flash has a command center going down at the top left, I believe. And it looks like he's also going to clean up this attack. Ooh, looks like that lurker does get those tanks. And oh, it looks like this is scouted by Lings, so Flash is gonna cancel that. Cancel that before the Lings even got there, because I think he's got a floating building at that natural, so he saw the Lings coming in. Or he just has map hacks. Either way, oh, looks like Muta coming in to try and take down the plague vessels. He actually does get 2 of them, apparently. It's a very, not a common trick, but a very cool trick to see. Plague a bunch of vessels, they all go down to like 1 HP, so you make 1 Muta, and it just kills like every single science vessel. It's pretty cool. Meanwhile, Great now attacking this 12 o'clock mineral only, gonna lose all these Lings, but now he's getting his bottom right dropped, and he loses the Nidus Canal. Critically losing the Nidus Canal there, so going to be unable to defend this base very easily. Reinforcements going to have to come all the way across the map, and Flash already has a force in place to block reinforcements there. So I think Great's definitely going to lose that bottom right base, but he might just be training it now for that mineral only if Flashes. Might want to try and attack on the 3 o'clock as well. So that base was far more valuable to him as a gas base. Now he has taken the bottom right natural though, but now he's losing these lurkers at the front. Great's multitaskers cannot keep up with Flash. And look at Flash's macro. Despite doing all these constant multi-pronged attacks, Flash is up at 143 supply against the 56 supply of Great. Flash with a huge supply lead, and the Nidus Canal goes down. There is a Dark Swarm though. The Dark Swarm goes off, and looks like Flash not going to pay attention, lose a few Marines, but now pulling back out of the Dark Swarm. And this is a super solid, amazing play from Flash. And look at this eraser on the Zerglings. Oh my goodness. The Marines can't do damage on the Swarm, but the Irradiate certainly will. Wow, Flash. Flash, what a monster. And now he's just going to eraser all the drones. Oh god, drones. The drones. So Great is completely dead here, but you know, he's an Air Force Ace player, so he'll try and hold on for a little bit. I mean, you know, the thing is, Zerg can sometimes make some crazy comebacks with Defiler tech, but I think this is just a little bit much. Actually just a little bit much, but he's gonna get some of these vessels. No, only gets one of the vessels and gets all his lurkers irradiated. So Great is now almost 100 supply behind here. But, you know, he's playing his heart out. He's taking the top left main again. Flash is just doing his thing. He's like, yep, I got a million vessels, I can eraser you, I can do whatever I want. Greg is getting some more lurkers. He's actually got over 100 supply lead now, Flash does, over Great. He's gonna come and snipe this Midas once again. Run, drone, run! Get to the Nidus! And these poor drones were left behind. So Great loses that base, and is back down to 2 bases. Seriously, Great. You can GG now. You can GG. The game is over. GG. If you please. Or not if you please, but just GG anyway. So Flash now going to take down the top left. He's got massive fire bats there, so even Lings on a swarm won't do anything. The Filer wasn't even paying attention. And he's showing he didn't mind any of that gas. Alright, thank you, Observer, for pointing that out. If you had not pointed that out, Observer, I would not have noticed that Great is unable to mine any gas, because Flash is amazing. And by amazing, I mean unfair. This game, it's just like, you look at this game and you're like, how does Zerg actually beat Terran? Or I should say, how does Zerg actually beat Flash? It's not actually possible. It's imbalanced. It's imbalanced. So I'm just gonna sip my honey water here and wait for Great to leave the game. Because he's at 50 supply and Flash is like max. I'm just gonna wait. Great. Great. Out the game. Out the game. Can you just imagine if Flash was Idra right now, all the different profanities he'd be saying? Get out of my game! Rah, 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 rah. Oh, he's gonna kill a vessel! Oh, he's gonna kill 2 vessels! He's gonna defiantly kill 2 vessels. I mean, Great has to know how bad a position he's in, right? Yeah, GG from Great. He just wants to kill 2 science vessels. And Flash is gonna take game number 1 handily there. Look at him, he just doesn't even care. Another day at the office. And, well, that was that. I mean, sorry, Great, but, you know, it was Flash. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, even top-level Zergs are made to look silly by Flash. Like Jaedong lost to, like, a 6 Marine push from Flash, so, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, that is it for game number 1. And so KT just needs one more game to take the best of 3. Yes, Flash can still play StarCraft 2 tonight. He can still play in the ace match if KT decides to send him out. Which, if it does get to ace match, is quite likely. Oh, I still got the starting sign? Yeah, I do. What beer am I drinking? I'm drinking honey water. I don't drink beer. Flash lost Marine.
정황을 뒤집기에는 약했고요.
네, 경기를 보니까 지금 나오는 이거 신나는 헤비메탈 음악과 좀 어울리는 듯한 이영호 선수 경기 운영을 볼 수가 있겠네요.
Ace's best player. In Brood War, it's probably between like Cal, Firebat Hero. Maybe GG Amo, but I think he retired, didn't he?
상대방을 지치게 만들고 진이 빠지게 만드는 그런 현란한 플레이였었고
Yeah, honey water. It's water with honey in it. It's delicious.
시원하게 저기다 저항을 해도